Or maybe you just want to cling on to that occasional drink. You know, the Bible says that we shouldn't even be looking. You know, the Bible says in Proverbs 23, look not thou upon the wine when it is red, when it giveth its color in a cup, when it moveth itself aright. Don't even look at it. It's poison. It's a poison of asps, the Bible says. It's like snake poison. It's venom. It's not something any Christian, any believer should be partaking in at all. But some people, they just like it so much, they just want to have that cocktail. They want to go out and we just had New Year's Eve last night, right? And so many people are going out and just getting drunk in their celebration, thinking that that's called having a good time. And say, I'm not a drunk. I don't get drunk all the time, but I want to still have my drinks. Be careful when you realize something is wicked, especially when you get into this willful sinning. Because all these things I'm mentioning now, I'm briefly bringing it up. I preach entire sermons proving from the Bible why, you know, what Hollywood's putting out is wicked, why what the rock stars and musicians are putting out is wicked, and why, you know, alcohol definitely is wicked. Hopefully you've been able to see that from the Bible, but once you already have that knowledge, once you already know, but then you decide to just, no, I still want to keep doing that, watch out, because that becomes an idol for you. And you know what? Those are just a few random things. It could be anything. Maybe I didn't hit your particular weakness, your particular part of your flesh that is just really appealing to you. But we need to take heed, because here's the thing. A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. Right. A little bit. You start allowing some sin into your life. You start just saying, well, it's not that bad. I'm just going to let this happen. I just really like this. You know what's going to happen? It's going to get worse and worse, and it's going to grow into other areas of your life that you didn't intend it to. You just wanted to keep this one little pet sin over here because you like it, you don't want to get rid of it, and you're in the flesh, and you just want to have that thing. This is the way it always starts. And look, I'm speaking from experience with the people that I've known personally. People that I love. Great soul winners. I mean, people that, like I said, never in a million years would you think so-and-so is going to get out of church. No way. They're faithful. They come to all the church services. They're going out soul winning every single week. I mean, they're on fire for God. They're listening to the preaching. They've really changed their lives. And then months go by, maybe even years go by, all of a sudden, and see, here's the thing. When you start to realize that things have already been happening, one of the first things to go is maybe they start missing some of the soul winning times. Because that's extra, right? I mean, it's like they're still coming to church, but all the other things they were doing starts to drop off. And then their church attendance starts to get more sporadic. And before you know it, they're just out completely. And before you know it, you see them on Facebook just living out in the world like everybody else. But you know where that all starts from? It starts from something else. It starts from something, their own little sin that they got in their life that they want to hold on to. And again, I've witnessed it. I'm not going to bring up any examples by name for sure, because there's no point in that whatsoever. But just believe me when I tell you, I've seen it happen, and I've even found out where a lot of the source comes from, where people got rid of something in their life, some sin, something that they like to do, and then it came back, and it grew, and it grew and grew and grew. And that's the way that sin always works. It starts off small. It starts off with the eyes and with the mind, and then it spreads. See, people don't automatically start off doing, like fornication. You don't just start off you just run into someone and then boom, you're going to bed together. It starts off more with thinking about other people, thinking about things, maybe looking at pornography, maybe looking at other people, thinking about someone else's wife, someone else's husband, thinking about some other person, getting yourself into more situations around them. Then you start pushing a little bit further, and you end up being alone with that. Two people maybe aren't married. They're going on dates. They like each other. And then they start opening up the door more and more for sin. They start maybe touching each other a little bit more, giving bigger hugs, or starting to kiss, or whatever, start just pushing the envelope more and more, and then find themselves alone together, and then all of a sudden, fornication happens. But see, it's not all of a sudden. It's a progression. It's things that happen. It's things that they start allowing more and more to produce that sin. And we need to take heed. We need to take heed lest you fall.